Hey all, this is Anirudh. Today I will going to show you asset management system using barcode scanner in Power Apps. So there are two type of uh, barcode scanner control in Power Apps. Let me show you. So I will go to insert and then media and then barcode scanner. This control is only available in your device, mobile or tablet. But in web, if you want to use barcode scanner, then there is another option, web barcode scanner. When you on it, go back, you can find that barcode scanner. So you need to understand which environment you are targeting, whether you are targeting web browser or you are targeting mobile device. In today's demo, I actually used that barcode scanner control, which is targeted for smart device, smartphone or tablet. Uh, let's consider I am a uh, admin of a certain company, and in this company there are many monitors, laptops, other devices are there, and I need to generate a serial barcode. Let's say my company name is Anirudh Biswas, so the initial will be AB, then 0001, 0002, like that. Okay, I'll create a serial of barcode and I will print it in a sticker paper, and then I cut one by one and paste behind every device. Okay, that's how I will create the master data first. I mean, not master data, I should say the device I will compatible with barcode. Okay, then let me show you how I will do. Let's consider that in Excel I have done this, so I will drag it till 15, so it will totally give me. Then I will go one website. There is a fantastic website is there. Here you can put your serial number one by one and generate barcode. I'll put it like this. It will create your barcode. Okay, this thing you can just print it in any sticker paper and cut and paste behind every devices. That is the rule number one. If you want to do QR code, there is the option of QR code. You can do QR code also. And for your information, barcode, let's say create one new screen. This screen I will put one barcode. These are the type supported by this control. Okay, here you can find QR code, here you can find code 128. After googling I understand that code 128 is more reliable of scanning the things, getting the value. Okay, so that's why I have choose in my earlier thing code 128. Okay, so what I have done, I just generated all the barcodes. Okay, then as I said, I will paste every barcode on my every devices. Then let's say I wanted to add one new uh, device. Okay, let me show you in my mobile. First I need to remove at least one. I have already generated some data to give it easy for the demo. So what I will do, I will start. I'm uploading on my mobile, add new product. Okay, then I will go here. Let me show parallelly so you can understand what is happening. So I'll put on the barcode control thing. Okay, it automatically capture AB001. Okay, product type is, let's say, new laptop. Manufacturer is, let's say, HP. Assigned, I'm not assigning anyone. Then I wanted to tell that yes, it is available. Attachment, I want to take photo for the first time. of my laptop so that I understand that no one actually damaging the things or how the things are going on for that laptop. Okay, you can see the photo how I mean you can take as much as you can the photos. Now submitting the things. Done. So this is the way I will do the master data. So master data is like this. This is the master data already came. Okay, you can put MAC ID. Why I put MAC ID? Because let's say sometimes it can be scratched that barcode from your device, so you cannot locate which entry for this device. So if you search with MAC ID, it will automatically give you that row for that particular device. Okay. Next is, as I said, I have created this master data. Now let's consider for the same one person came in our company who need a new laptop for him, correct? So what I will do is, again, I'll show you. So I will click on search because I want to search what are the apps are there, what are the devices are there. So two things I can do. First, I can filter it out. How many available laptop are there? Okay, I can put it like this. I can find it. These are the laptop are available. Okay, I just put AB001, the last one. Okay, this thing I wanted to assign someone. Let's say Sad. Then today I am assigning him. Next, it's not available now. The earlier images will there. Now, if I wanted to take new image in front of him, saying that see the things are very pretty good now when I am handovering you, then you can go submit and done. Okay, so now this is the device. Okay, it is not available now. Came back to me with the devices and wanted to return it. Okay, so I'll take it. Okay, right now everything is there. I will click on the scanner button. Scan will here. Then I will do the things. I will keep it like this. Return date. Today's is return date. Let's say 31. Next. Yes, now it is available. I will submit. Okay. So next time whenever I wanted to search A001, it is showing it is available. Okay. Now, uh, what is the learning point from here? Let me show you the app. App is pretty simple. I mean, first I created some column. I mean, it is not much complicated. Then I came here. So first thing first, whether you need to add one product or you will need to search from the existing one. So let's say I'm searching one. So this is the barcode uh, control, correct? Now originally it is not like that. Let me show you. So if I put this barcode scanner, it is showing like this, not a scanner kind of thing, correct? So what I will do is, first I will go and I will make it transparent the background. Okay, then I will delete this, delete that text, and then I will put any kind of image on it. Last day I already show you how you can get a scan image from other website, Office UI website. So from there you can do, or you can put it like this. Okay, here what I will do is there is a container control. For the grouping, usually we use controller control. So from here I'll cut, I'll paste it inside the container. I'll cut, I'll paste inside the container. Okay, just make sure that this barcode control should be at the top of your image. Okay, as it is transparent, it will not a problem to see the image. And why you need to do this? Because whenever you need to click, you need to click that uh, barcode scanner, not the image. Okay, that is the reason it should be like this. Okay, so this is my barcode scanner. Now I'm creating one text box. So let's say our label. In this label, I wanted to generate dot value. So whatever I will scan by this, it will not work here. Why? Because as I said, it is made for devices. So I cannot uh, test it in front of you. But this is the way you can do your things. So you just create one scan button, and rest of the things are same. I mean, I have done. I mean, created one form. Just I have shown in my previous videos. You can see those videos. So you just create one form, and all the field, whatever field you want, and then you need to unlock the data card and put that particular um, button here inside that. Okay, that's all. I guess rest of the things are not much to talk. One thing I can tell you about that color code. Yes, so whenever there is a available, I made it green. If it is not available, I change the color. Okay, so there is a option for their template fill. What is this is template fill. So for template fill, I always check whether this available value is yes or no. If it is yes, then it should be green. Otherwise, it should be red. Okay, this is the one of the thing I have done. Rest of the thing I already said. Yeah, so this is the another thing. You just need can create any pop-up kind of thing, half of the transparent kind. Let me show you. So I'm deleting all this thing. What you need to do is you have to insert a rectangle. Okay. In this rectangle, there is a fill, color fill option. In this fill, you just need to do, let's say, 0.5. So it will give like this. So for me, I have put black. Okay, and put it 8. So it is looking like this. Then you need to put your own control. Just like me, I have placed one radio button. In this radio button, go here, put white, so it will understandable. Now here, so what I have done is, or manufacturer, let's say, okay, you need list of manufacturer. You just copy this, go to the items, it will be like this. So you can create without hard coding the devices, manufacturer, whatever you want. Okay, and the filter, yes, the filter is pretty much yeah. So one thing maybe you wanted to know is, let's say, how it is happening. What I have done is, on click, I took one context variable, and on press of it you can just toggle. Okay, just put it like this, it will automatically toggle, and this variable you need to use the visibility of this container. And if you wonder how container will come, okay, you need to go here. So there is another option for that, container control. Until it is on, by default it is off. So until it is on, the container control will be not available here. Okay, you can create group as I done one of the item group. The difference between group and container is both can hold multiple controls. There is no problem. Only problem is that whenever you wanted to add new item in this group, you need to ungroup first. Okay, then you need to take another control and group again. So whatever uh, I mean code you written on the property of a group, it will be lost. But for container, it will not happen. Container will always be there. You just need can add. So there is one of the facility using container. Okay. Yeah. So I think I covered most of the things in today's video. Uh, Obviously, I started with some asset management system with barcode scanner, but it is not only focused for that functionality. The many functionalities are there. So yeah, I hope there will be some takeaway from this video. Thank you. Yeah, so for SharePoint site, I need to tell you some of the things. Like, let's say in your company you wanted to cross check for a certain device how many people already took from you. I mean how it came, how it hand over from one person to another person. Okay. So for that matter, what I have done is in the list setting, there is a versioning setting. In this versioning, I make the versioning on. Okay. So what it will do is, let's say for the first item, so first time someone I assigned to someone, and then I change the return date when it came, then I change available date is yes. Everything I have done from SharePoint, that's why it came in different row. Otherwise it will come in a single row. Okay, whenever you update from your mobile. So this is the one of the thing. Audit, for the audit purpose it will be very good for make the on of the version history. Another thing is, let's say in one shot you wanted to know how many monitors are there and how many available monitors are there, these kind of things. There is a option for here, but yeah, it will give you a quick picture of how many tablets are there, monitor, laptop. But if you wanted to group by in available, then again it will create a new type of uh, group by. So if you wanted to make it persistent, go current view, there is a group by. First group by should be product, and the second group by will be based on the availability. Okay. Now you can see that laptop was 3, available 3, mobile available 2, and not available 1. This kind of things. So in a tip of your finger, you can count how many available devices are there to assign, or you need to purchase. That's it. Okay. So that's all from today. Thanks for watching.